runners, so a question I get a lot is, when should I stretch? Before, during, or after I run? Can you do me a favor real quick? Can you walk and just see that my whole body is actually in that shot in the camera?
Yes.
It is? Okay. Thank you. Hey runners, so let's talk about, can I stretch while I run? And this is really important because there's always been that question, do I stretch before I run? Do I stretch after I run? And I just want to tell you, you can stretch whenever. And what's important is I want to make sure that I'm not just stretching. And you know, this is really important. So the thought of stretching is always this is why I have this band. If I just pull on this band and I just pull on this band, then eventually this band's going to loosen up, right? So I want to make sure that I'm not just pulling on my muscle. There has to be a reason behind the stretching movement. And what stretching really is a lengthening. So we want to make sure that for running, we want to work on a stretch exercise that makes sense for running, right? Okay. Let's try that again. Last time. Okay. Hey runners, so I'm here hanging out on this band today because I want to talk about stretching while I run. And this is important because a lot of people are like, I don't know if I should stretch before I run. Do I stretch after I run? Because I don't want to, a lot of times we think if we stretch something, it's going to be loose for the run, right? This was a big thought for runners before. If they got too loose, they wouldn't be able to run. So what I want to talk about is I want to do something. I'm just using the word stretch as a term we all kind of relate to. But the reality is you never want to like stretch. Okay. Okay. Hey runners, have you ever been out for a run and then something started to hurt? Your calf, your shin, hip, anything. What's your first thought? Do you stop and stretch? Do you just try to walk it out? What is it that you should do to get back into the run? And can I stretch and then get back to running? So first I want to say in 100%, this is really important, especially if you're newer to running, getting back to running from an injury. One of the things people are worried about in running is they don't want to stop running. Like, I don't want to stop my run. In fact, in the early days, before there was timing chips, we would like stop. If we had to stop in our run, we'd stop our watch because we weren't running. So I just want to tell you, your body likes to move well. So what's important is if I'm out running and I'm not feeling good in my run, you want to stop and get back into your good movement. So I'm on this band because I'm going to run in place. And I want to show you guys that the first thing with running is your position of running, your running pose, right? So first, before you go for a run, you should check in on your pose. And that's really, really important. So my knees are bent and I've got my ears, shoulders, hips in line, right? And lifted. So I really want to make sure that's happening. And then I want to make sure my knees are bent so I can use elasticity. And I would have, of course, done the RunRX warm-up already. So I've done my warm-up. I'm out ready to go for my run. So for us in running, right, we start our run with the running action, which is pulling our foot up using our hamstring. So I'm going to just be in place for a minute, do a few hops, and then start my run, right? So let's say here I go, I'm off for a run, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, my calf, oh, my calf, oh, my calf, right? Do I run through it? So my first thought is, I don't want to stop running. That's everyone's natural thought. My second thought needs to be, if I'm not able to run through it, so I'm running, but I'm like, oh, my calf is hurting. So now I'm going to start spending more time on the ground because my calf is hurting. And so I'm thinking about it. So all of a sudden, you're not running anymore. You're doing a movement and you're still traveling. However, it's not running because unfortunately, you can't pull your foot like you need to, right? So my calf. So most people think, okay, I'm going to stretch it. I'm going to stretch it. I'm going to stretch it. And then they magically hope that when they start running again, it'll just feel good. So here's what I want to say. The fun part about the idea of stretching is to have range of motion. I want to be able to move through a full range of motion, especially around especially around the joint. So in RunRX, we do a lot of joint exercises. Like we do circles, we do wrist circles, we do arm circles. So we have all of that. What I want to talk about is, what about pulling on the muscle, that stretching kind of pull? So if my calf hurts and I just keep, in my mind, I'm like, oh, that feels so good, that feels so good. But is it really going to help me to get back into running? So that's what I would want to show you. Here's a stretch you could do that would help the calf, would actually help the hamstring, would actually help the torso, and help you get back into running. So in your run, right, let's go back to that pose for just a minute. Ears, shoulders, hips, right? Oh, lifted ankle on this line. So if my calf is tight, something's hurting in my lower leg, probably you're out of position. You're out of the pose. So I would stop fully, right? My calf is bothering me. So first, wiggle your toes for anything. Just wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, move around. Then what I want you to do is reach up and reach even back if you can. So what I'm doing is, first I'm going to open the top part of my line. You see I'm lifting up. If you need balance, just hold on to something. So you lift up, you lift back a little, and then you lift and you come back down. You see, because now I'm stretching, lengthening. Think of lengthening the hamstring, the calf, all through the foot, letting my head and neck relax, trying to get this tension out. Now notice how my knees stay bent. This is really important. I'm not in any way trying to lock any joints. Remember, I want my joints to be free. Then I'm going to bend and come up slowly, okay? I just did this nice stretch. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move my feet around. Then I'm just going to do a light hop. Running is a ball of foot hop, the foundation of your run. So you're going to get into your ready stance, knees are nice and bent, and try a little hop, okay? If I can do a little hop, can I just change support side to side and then start pulling? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, okay. If this feels okay, keep going. Exhale, relax your arms, lift up, and you're back in the run. Sorry, I'm going to work on that breath. That's how I breathe all the time. Your body was so happy that you went through a progression to put it back into the right position. And this is really important, because when you start doing your warm-up, and part of your warm-up is getting into the right position, getting into that nice pose, working on your pull, warming up your feet and your ankles. What happens then when you go to run, you're more likely to hold that pose. But when you get out of the pose, how do I get back in it? So I showed you this one. I reach back, and then I'm going to go sideways. So if I'm out for a run and I feel not just my calf, but maybe like outer hip, outer knee, anything outer, same idea, but cross one foot over, take your opposite arm and lift up, right? Again, hold on to something if you need to. And notice, see how I'm moving my hip away from the post, rather than like standing here and going, oh, I'm tight. Oh, I'm tight. You see, everything's movement. So my hip is hurting. Let me make sure I can move it, right? So I'm going to cross my leg over, hold on to a tree or a post, and you see I'm just moving the hip. And then I'm going to take this arm, and now I'm going to start trying to lift this arm up. It's just, there's never a stopping, but I'm just opening that line. And then I'm going to try to come over, right? And ideally, you should be in a place where you can just cross over, lift up, and drop. Most people aren't there right now, so grab something. And this is important because, look, a band, if I just kept pulling this band, eventually that's going to pop, or it's going to get weaker. So I don't want to pull on my hip. I don't want to pull on anything. So if I'm just holding on to something, see, what I'm doing is I'm moving my hip, but I'm also moving my whole line. So I'm moving it from my stable support, right? I'm moving my hip, but I'm not pulling on anything. So then when I can start adding that arm, see, open, and then work on letting yourself drop, right? Cross that leg over, let it drop. All of a sudden, you're starting to work your line. So maybe it was your hip, but maybe it was your rib or your shoulder. So when you start to do full range, right? This is for anything calf, hamstring, lower back. When it starts to get in the outer hip to the front, add that side. Hold on to something. Think about really moving that hip away, arm up, drop it down. And then when you're ready to run, hop first. Remind your body, we're gonna be here. Start your pull, lift up. If you're ready to go, get out there and go. And it's okay to stop, stretch, reset, and get back out there. Your body's just fine. So give it a try. Try that RunRX warm-up. And then if you're out in the run, we like to do that. We tell people stop, stretch, reset, and get back in. It's a lot better for your body. You'll probably get out of injury quicker. So thanks a lot. If you've already subscribed and you're watching, we appreciate any feedback, any questions. And if you want to share, we appreciate that too. Have a great run, and remember to check out the free app. How's that? Was I sing-songing?
Sing something.
Was I?
No.